Oil theft in Nigeria is considered to be the illegal appropriation of crude oil or refined oil products from the pipelines of multinational oil companies. Under the Nigerian constitution, all minerals, oil and gas in Nigeria belongs to the federal government. Oil extraction outside of the framework of an agreement with the federal government is illegal, as the possession of crude oil by anyone not licensed to do so. Specific crimes have also been created relating to damage to oil installations. Yet theft of crude oil, also known as illegal oil bunkering, accounts for perhaps 10% of Nigeria's daily production and is a highly organized operation. It is estimated that 15% of production are lost because of bunkering activities. Illegal bunkering leads to the loss of billions of dollars in public funds. Those funds could be used to fund initiatives to reduce violence or to protect and fulfill human rights, including ensuring proper training for the security forces, not to mention the establishment of schools, hospitals, and other essential services in the neglected riverine areas. There is also an urgent need to improve the transparency and effectiveness of government budget management spending in order to reduce the diversion of funds into private hands. Reducing illegal bunkering will not itself necessarily improve government spending practices, but the diversion of revenues before they reach government coffers means that there is not even the possibility that these resources will be used for the public benefit. Illegal oil bunkering is effectively Nigeria's most profitable private business. The stolen crude can currently be sold at around $15 to $20 per barrel on the spot market, assuming some level of discount for its illegitimate origin. Since there are virtually no capital costs, the infrastructure belongs to the Nigerian government and the oil companies. The clear profit is therefore around $2 to $3 million daily, or around $750 million to $1 billion annually. Thousands of people in Nigeria, supposedly anti-government rebels, dedicate their time to, amongst other things, to practice non-oil bunkering, stealing oil from pipelines that link oil wells to the refiners and the commercial ports along the coast. Oddly, the quantity stolen and the tapping methods used are all more or less the same, and the locations of the illegal crude oil refineries along gold pipelines targeted by these groups are well known. The theft of crude oil is hugely disadvantageous to oil exploration companies and provides a significant amount of funding to terrorist organizations linked to the Islamic fundamentalism. The conditions in which the oil tapped, the standard of the methods used as well as quantity taken, and the lack of any real opposition by the government security forces would seem to suggest that there is some sort of agreement in place between the Nigerian authorities and these groups of supposed insurgents. Rather than working against one another, it appears that the authorities and the thieves are complicit in the division of illegal profit to the less both of the market and the companies that have invested in the industry. These illegal refiners blame the oil companies for destroying the ecology and the government for not developing the economy. They say the fish have been killed by oil spills and the soil is too polluted to farm. And despite the vast stores of oil and natural gas, there are not enough legal jobs to go around. By 1980s, Nigeria's economy had become almost completely dependent on oil production, with as much as 25% of the nation's GDP being made up of petroleum extraction. Percentage has only risen with petroleum extraction, making up 60% of Nigeria's GDP in 2008. The wealth built by oil has created economic disparity in Nigeria though. The combined wealth of Nigeria's five richest men, $30 billion, could end extreme poverty at a nation level that 5 million face hunger. More than 112 million people are living in poverty in Nigeria. Most of the Niger's delta, 30 million people, live on less than $1 a day. In the Niger Delta, inequity has historically been part of the life. The government and the oil companies have in the recent past forced ethnic minorities from their land to seize control of petroleum revenues without compensation to landowners. Now, as Nigeria's economic growth has slowed, there is even less discussion in the country about economic inequality. The poor are living in the waste left by the rich and those struggling for justice by any means available. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I upload a new video. Thanks.